This fool right here deserves to get everything he, she, they, them got coming to him for throwing Molotov cocktails at a Tesla dealership. Man, these people are crazy. Really? You saw the thumbnail? That's probably why you clicked on this video, because that fool on the thumbnail decided to go and wreak havoc on the world because he thinks that if he spray paints on cars or burns them, that he's going to make a political statement. He's going to make a difference in the world. Man, these people are stupid. And if you do this type of stuff, you just as stupid as them. And you need to be told you stupid. And you probably got the null argument that most all of them do. Every time they argue something, you always see, oh, we're the educated one. This idiot probably got a degree from Harvard. If you from Harvard or Yale and you got a degree, you should be ashamed that this fool probably got a degree at the same place you do. They usually do, right? That's where all the so-called lunatic activists go to, so-called Ivy League schools, who become festering breeding grounds for trash. That's right, garbage can trash people who know how to do nothing but cause harm and hurt towards society because they don't know how to express their viewpoint other than destroying things, burning cities down, burning cop cars, and burning out Tesla cars. Listen, I don't really care for no Tesla car. I don't care for electric vehicles, period. But no matter what I do and don't agree with, I'm not going to go around burning cars because I don't agree with other people's political beliefs. That's just stupid. You don't even know that the person's car that you're probably burning is paying a note on that car, and they might even be somebody who voted according to you. And maybe they bought the car before Elon Musk was part of the Trump administration. And even if they didn't, you still shouldn't burn their car. But let me tell you this. We're going to get into this article, and this is per the New York Post, right? And this is what it says. It says, police arrest a 40-year-old woman accused of spray painting a Tesla dealership with the word Nazi cars. That's right, Nazi cars. This is another thing. The term Nazi is so overused. Nowadays, you know what Nazi means? It means anybody who disagrees with you or hurts your feelings. Automatically, the go-to word to call somebody who disagrees with you is Nazi. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. I thought you went to an Ivy League school with your blue hair and your piercings through your eyes and your piercings through your brain and your piercing through your face and your tongue and your mouth. You probably got a piercing through your neck too, right? Right? You did all that time, but you can't come up with a better word than Nazi? Can call somebody Hitler? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Come on, man, get more creative than that. If somebody disagrees with you, that's the go-to thing. All right, so this fool, supposedly throwing Molotov cocktails at vehicles on the property in the latest apparent protest against chief executive under the Trump administration, Elon Musk. Officers from the Loveland Police Department in Colorado arrested Lucy Gray Nelson. That's right, Lucy Gray. You saw pictures of Lucy Gray on my thumbnail. Here, I'll put another picture of Lucy Gray. This one right here. Oh, Lucy gonna be Lucy, all right, when Lucy gets to prison in Colorado, right? Them dudes in Colorado run on some different standards inside the prison system. They don't go by that Ivy League college activist garbage. They run some political, outlaw gangster stuff in prison. So Lucy gonna be able to be Lucy, all right. Unless in Colorado, which the legislative leaders and the political leaders in Colorado who make the laws are nutcases too. They probably funded this fool. They probably gonna put Lucy Gray Nelson inside a woman's prison. Yeah, a man inside a woman's prison. And he's going to essay hard R some women, right? But I thought you stood for women's rights. Man, y'all crazy. This whole thing is crazy. Let me finish reading this article so we can get through this thing. She, that's right, this is the she now. She, them, they, them, what, I don't know. She had returned to the local Tesla dealership with more explosive devices and vandalism material, police said. At least 4 cars worth a combined $220,000 had explosive devices thrown at them, which were made from empty liquor bottles, according to the arrest affidavit. I'm going to put a picture of this clown up here again. That's right. Look at him. This is the face of evil and stupidity. He's evil. This fool is evil. Because what this fool is doing is going to hurt somebody innocent who don't got nothing to do with nothing. That's why you got to think before you do stupid stuff. Yeah, look at this idiot. That's right. He needs to be called out. He needs to repent and change his life around and quit being she, they, them, they. And be what God created him, a man. Step up to the plate, quit being dumb. When Nelson was arrested, police officers said they found cans of spray paint, gasoline, empty bottles, and a piece of cloth, potentially soaked with accelerant in her car. Police are investigating the possibility that another person was involved in the repeated vandalism, Paget told the Post. Officials are still investigating Nelson's motive. Chris Paget, the police department's information officer, said, but he told the Post that protesting Tesla owner Musk is a reasonable suspicion. So that's the suspicion they got on this clown. The suspect was arrested on charges of explosive device used in criminal mischief and attempting to commit a felony. Nelson was booked into jail with a $100,000 cash bond. She posted bond and was released from jail on Tuesday. Oh, man. He, she, they, them got out of jail. He was probably scared, huh? He probably saw them dudes in jail saying, oh, yeah, Lucy, you're going to be Lucy, and want to get on up out of there. Because you know what? They don't care about social justice in prison. They just care about their selfish needs, and they're going to bring the pain to this clown. The same Loveland-based Tesla dealership had been vandalized and explosive devices had been found on the scene 3 separate times starting in January before the officers made the arrest, according to the police department. More information on the specific explosive devices will come from federal authorities later on, Paget said. Cars at the dealership and the building itself were covered in graffiti that was very offensive and derogatory in nature. Look, we already went through all that. That's what it said. They got this movement called Take Down Tesla. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard. You know what's crazy? On this particular article from the New York Post, I can't find Lucy Grace Nelson's real name. Now, this fool got a real name, but the New York Post, they don't want to give the man's real name, what he was born as. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. My bad. They did. I just found an article. I overlooked it. His real name is Justin Thomas Nelson. So Justin Thomas Nelson, who now identifies as Lucy Grace Nelson, is a certified lunatic in my opinion. Now, allegedly, he committed these crimes. I guess he's going to have to go to court. He is going to have to go to court and figure out what he did. And I don't care. He's a he. He was born a he. Get offended all you want. You know what I mean? So, and you know what? This lunatics like this, he's going to identify with something tomorrow anyway. So he changes his identification all the time. He's a chameleon. One week, he's a he, they, them. He's born a he. He's a she. He's Lucy. He's Thomas. Tomorrow, he's going to be a wildebeest. I don't know and I don't care. Right? He was born, his mom and dad, his pappy and his mammy, and I named the man Thomas. They're probably disgusted. You know, I feel bad for him. But this is what he chooses to be. And now he's going around firebombing things. That's right. And in prison, if you know anything about prison, this man, yeah, right here. Look, there he is with his dress right there. They're going to let him dress like that in prison. They will oblige Mr. Thomas and call him Miss Lucy. This is crazy stuff, but this is the insanity that we're dealing with as a society. And now the Department of Corrections has to deal with this mess. They probably, in all likelihood, because he's in Colorado, and Colorado is a nutcase state it's becoming, right? They're probably going to have to figure out where to house this man. And it's going to cost extra taxpayers money to find this man a specific housing unit to meet his specific sick mental disability. He is mentally deranged. That's right. So they're going to have to find somewhere to put him. It's going to cost taxpayers even more money, right? And they're going to put him in a specialized prison. He's going to get these. They're going to give a man specialized women care treatment. That's going to be taxpayers' money. And in reality, back in the day, they just put these fools up in the men's prison because they're men. That's where they go. They could identify all they want. The convicts are going to let them do what they want. They always got a Fleece Johnson. That's right. You remember Boondocks. You remember the TV show, right? Y'all know who he is. You know, Catch a Predator, Chris Hansen. You know, they did the special on him, the Booty Warrior. They always got those type of people in prison. I know it's sick, but it's a reality. It's just the truth. I hate it as much as you hate it, but we have to talk about realistic things, and that's what goes on in prison. So he'll find somebody who will take care of him, Mr. Lucy, the Tesla hater who wants to firebomb cars and try to put innocent lives at risk. I hope they put him in prison. I really do. And honestly, in my opinion, he should be charged with a terrorist attack because he's a domestic terrorist. They want to throw domestic terrorism for anything else they disagree with. But we going to let these lunatics not get the same title? Nah, convict them for that too. But we got a weak system. Colorado, y'all weak. Y'all sorry. You know what I mean? I even want to go to Colorado. I don't know if I want to go skiing in there anymore, man. I don't know. I've never been there before. I like the snow, you know. But I don't know what y'all going to do, man. What say you? What you think about this dude? Share your opinions. Give me a like and subscribe to Pen in the Shank, man. Let's get it.